Buenas tardes. Today I have the honor of introducing to you our guest of honor and keynote speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the first Philippine Muslim budget secretary and lone woman of the country's economic team. Under President Ferdinand Bongo Marcos Jr., she is in pursuit of a broad-based and inclusive economic recovery. Under her leadership, the government has enacted the fastest national budget in recent history. She continues to champion crucial budget reforms on transparency, open government, and sustainability amidst climate change, digitalization, and the development of her beloved Mindanao. She joined the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary in May 2023 as a Rear Admiral or a 2-star general. And a few days from now, to be exact on Friday, a Vice Admiral or as a high-ranking official of the PCGA. One of her advocacies involved humanitarian assistance and community empowerment. She is the founder of the Tuntun Buhay movement, a blood-letting activity that goes to different parts of the country to encourage blood donations in partnership with the Philippine Red Cross, the Philippine Coast Guard, the AFP, the PNP, and now the Tuntun Buhay movement has collected more or less 3,200 units of blood. As a testament of her exemplary leadership and dedication to public service, she has received numerous awards, and to name a few, the Gawad Kapayapaan Award, the Empowerment of Women and Philippine Society Award, and recently the Outstanding Filipina in the field of public service, which was given during the Gawad Filipino Awards coinciding with the celebration of the International Women's Month. Dahil po, nasa Sambuanga tayo, meron pong taong na 40 Chabacano. Mayor, please forgive me for any mispronunciation. And ma'am, also, tandaan po natin, ang guest of honored speaker ay may acronym na MINA sa kanilang mito. Amena Mina Palanganan. So, letter M, as in movida, or to move, or to act. Dahil pagdating ko sa kanya, ay bawal po ang pabagal-bagal at kailangan aksyonagan. Letter I, as in intelligente. Matalino po siya na sa lahat ng bagay, of course. Grace and beauty po, ika na. And for nunca defrauda, tama ba? Dahil nunca or never tayo bibigyan. She is the one who gives hope. A for amor or love in English. Sa kanyang ganda at husay, imposible hindi po siya mamahalin. Kasi kami sa narinig ko, wow na wow. Tumulong po kasi office niya sa paggawa niya. Hindi ko nakasulitan. Kaya ako magdalawa. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Lisa. And ladies and gentlemen, ang pinakamahalaga po ay minamahal po tayo ni Secretary. Kaya it is a great honor to introduce you and bigyan po natin ng pasigabong palakpakan Secretary Amena Mina and Pakata.
Kasama kasi si Mayor, Honorable John Delipe, the Philippine League of Local Budget Officers, headed by President Lizana Paralon. Incidentally po, pwede po ba natin kantahan si Ma'am dahil birthday niya po today? Ma'am, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yan, birthday po ni Ma'am Lizana today. Ladies and colleagues, to our local budget officers and public financial practitioners present today, our esteemed resource persons, honored guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed day to all. Buenas tardes, magandang hapon po. Eid Mubarak po sa ating mga kapatid na Muslim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is an honor to join you for the annual National Convention of the Philippine League of Local Budget Officers. Masaya po ako muli kayong makita. Kamusta mo tayo lahat? Sorry I missed your last year's events sa Cebu. So sana po lahat po tayo ngayon ay okay. Okay po ba tayo? Okay. Today, we will do once again to continuously educate and capacitate our local government public financial management practitioners about the recent and vital updates on laws, policies, rules, and regulations related to PFM and embed these reforms into our local government systems to promote good governance, financial accountability, and effective resource management in local government units. Throughout this 3-day activity, you will be equipped with knowledge about several important topics, including the local governance innovation and transformation, local government budgeting updates, leadership, local government compensation and other related matters, legislative opportunities and challenges in local governance, revised manual on the disposal of government properties, and the new Government Procurement Act, local government economic enterprises and business ventures, automatic income classification of local government units Act, and recent developments and policy updates governing the civil service. With that, I would like to thank our esteemed resource persons, speakers today, including my DBM colleagues, for sharing their knowledge and expertise with our participants. As you know, we are relentless in our pursuit of capacitating our PFM practitioners across the country. This is a crucial measure for ensuring the effective and efficient allocation, use, and management of our public resources. We believe that an improved PFM system will ultimately lead to better public service delivery, sustainable economic growth, and a more accountable and transparent government. Part of our efforts to enhance the conscious PFM system involves developing the capacities of our PFM practitioners. Since 2023, we have been conducting the Public Financial Management Competency Program, our capacity building initiative that aims to enhance the behaviors, attitudes, skills, and knowledge of PFM professionals in the national local government agencies as well as our local government units. I am proud to share that we have already empowered 8,830 PFM practitioners nationwide. Kasama po kayo dyan. Of this number, over 500 PFM practitioners from Zamboanga have participated in and received capacity building training. This June, we will launch the second phase of the PFMCP, which will cover development sessions on special funds, cash management, asset management, e-markets, and stakeholder management. In October last year, we launched the PFM Reforms Roadmap 2024 to 2028. Our strategic blueprint to revolutionize the management of public funds across government agencies. This roadmap will enable us to uphold the principles of transparency and accountability in putting digital transformation at the forefront of our reform agenda. This is key in achieving our goal of having an open government that delivers more efficient and responsive services to the Filipino people. Moreover, we have implemented robust mechanisms to promote budget transparency and accountability and strengthen public participation. As part of our commitment following the recently concluded Open Government Partnership Asia and Pacific Regional Summit, we will continue to strengthen our budgetary processes, making them more open, transparent, participatory, inclusive, and accountable. Speaking of transparency and inclusivity, I am glad to note that our digitalization efforts continue to gain its momentum. We have activated the e-marketplace, which is designed to modernize the government procurement process. It enables agencies to simply add to cart essential goods and services, ensuring timely and cost-effective transactions. Launched just in December 2024, the e-marketplace allows private agencies to purchase motor vehicles as pilot common use supplies and equipment. Kung dati, usap talong ang ating procurement, lalo na ang pagbili ng ating mga motor vehicles, ngayon, kaya na po natin bumili within 7 days. From the usual 4 months na wait or less than ngayon, to less than 2 weeks na lang, pwede na. Ganyan po kabilis ang pag-procure ngayon sa pamamagitan ng e-marketplace. Click lang po tayo natin sa inyo ang kanyang order. The significant progress in digitalization is just one of the main features of the new Government Procurement Act, the Republic Act No. 12009. It transformed the reform that modernizes and strengthens the process of public procurement to address the loopholes in the previous law and the needs of time consistent with President Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s Bagong Pilipinas brand of governance. Moreover, this initiative is part of our efforts to future-proof our BFS system through digital transformation. And together with the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, we are also transforming government planning and funding with the issuance of joint memorandum circular on strengthening the program convergence budgeting approach. The PCB enables government agencies to work together, ensuring consistency in program targets, beneficiaries, focus areas, implementation timelines, and resource requirements, guided by a unified master plan or roadmap. This approach aims to focus government resources on key programs and projects, which will be coordinated holistically across departments and agencies, working toward the same goals. This will promote the efficient and effective allocation and management of fiscal resources consistent with the strategies outlined with our Philippine Development Plan. These are just some of the latest developments we have been implementing to ensure the equitable, prudent, transparent, and accountable allocation and use of public funds. And I encourage everyone, our dear BFM practitioners, to continue providing solid support and strengthened participation as we ensure that our national budget is truly responsive to the needs of every Filipino. Tandaan po ninyo, may mahalagang papel ang bawat isa sa pagbubuo ng isang inklusibo at makataong budget upang patuloy natin maiangat ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino. Ito po ang diwa ng bagong Pilipinas. Isang gobyerno may malasakit, masino at tumulong sa pangangailangan ng bayan para sa isang mas maunlad at makatagumang lipunan. Muli, maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po ang Silbo, mabuhay po kayo lahat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.